Jim Hanson, former U.S. Army Special Forces, chief editor of the Middle East Forum, is with us now. Jim, good to see you. I have to take a little bit different read of this, that Trump thinks he has some IOUs from Netanyahu, which he does, and now he's going to be looking to collect.
Oh, 100%. He blew up the nuke sites. Come on. Bibi owes him for that, and that's good. He also has IOUs from the Gulf Arab states he went to visit on his first trip, where he went to Saudi Arabia, he went to the United Arab Emirates, and he went to Qatar. And all three of them, at some level, agreed to back his play against Iran and to open up negotiations with Israel for normalization, even though the Emiratis already did it. Now, that means when it comes time to dealing with Gaza, he's going to get their help. And it's the Qataris who have to come through. They've been way too tight with Hamas. It's time for them to decide. Are they on our side or the terrorists?
Right. We'll see if the Qataris move over. You know, they've survived in the Middle East, the Qataris have, by playing both sides, or every side, and being the middle guy. This is a different issue, though. Trump is now talking, though, reportedly, about mass resettlements of Gazans, of sort of upending every status quo that has existed in the Middle East for the past 60 years. When he first talked about building hotels in Gaza, I said on air to all those who were aghast, I said, look, what's been working for the past 60 years hasn't been working, so trying something new makes a lot of sense. Is there any appetite, though, by the Gulf Arabs to have anything to do with the Palestinians?
Not in their countries. Look at them. None of them want Palestinians in their countries. Egypt and Jordan, the two neighboring countries, want nothing to do with them. Egypt built a wall that made Trump jealous. So no, they don't want the Palestinians, but they're not against some Palestinians leaving and going other places. Where they get resettled to, who knows? Maybe Syria. You know, there's a lot of places they could go, but in the end, what Trump has is he's got the momentum from what he did there. And like you said, the Trump doctrine is create some chaos and capitalize on it and catch everybody unawares. And I think now he's making the big play, and I applaud him for it.
How much leverage does he have with Netanyahu right now to get Netanyahu to make concessions, especially in the West Bank?
Yeah, that's going to get interesting. You know, what happens in Gaza is going to be some sort of military occupation on the outside by Israel, and then a tribe by tribe, pick the tribes, you know, that are least amenable or most downtrodden by Hamas, and use them to bring the aid in through. But the West Bank is a completely different story. You know, and he doesn't want the folks from the West Bank running things in Gaza like they want to. So he's got a couple of deals he needs to make to get that in play. And I think he's going to give Bibi more free rein in Gaza and probably force him to make the hard decisions in the West Bank.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.